Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you're not, and welcome home if that sits perfectly for you. This week, let's talk about the astrology and the divination for this week, which happens to be the 11th through the 17th of September, 2023. Yeah, let's get right in here. So on the 11th, which is Monday, we start with a Leo moon. And we have a quincunx to Mars, a conjunction with Venus, and then the Virgo sun will quincunx Chiron, and then the moon squares Jupiter. So this is kind of a big feeling kind of day. So get as much accomplished as you want to accomplish before dinner. All of those energies of amplification and of home are completely within your disposal. And so let's talk about briefly what I mean when I say the energies of home. What that means is what home feels like to you, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like, the way that it is tactily to your entire being, right? That is what I mean when I say what home is. And so all of those energies of amplification and home are at your disposal. So flex into them, right? Only you can choose. Only you can recognize what home is and what it means. So make sure that you are aligning to that for yourself, because that's what you're amplifying. After dinner, you might choose kind of a self-chill or self-care and chill kind of night, and expand into your inner world and let that sanctuary of home soothe your soul, right? Sometimes we need those kind of checkpoints, and the moon squaring Jupiter is always a good self-amplification checkpoint. So don't be afraid to dive in and explore your inner sanctuary, right? On Tuesday, the 12th, the Leo moon is going to trine Chiron, square Uranus, and then quincunx Neptune and Pluto. So that's a really busy day for the moon. So on Tuesday, expect surprises, perhaps even shocks. Your mission will be to stay grounded amid whatever might come. The currents might get deeper and stronger as the day goes along. So, wow, just keep rowing your boat, and keep chanting, perhaps even merrily, 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 right? And here's a little tip. If you can keep your eyes kind of a little unfocused, right? Don't look for sharpness, but look for soul clarity, if that makes sense to you. You might have more luck finding clarity if you're not looking for something sharply focused, okay? On Wednesday, the 13th, the moon moves into Virgo, 18 minutes into the day, Central Time. Then we have an opposition to Saturn and a conjunction to Mercury. So here's the deal. If you can get yourself into the pocket today, you might really amaze yourself in terms of what you're able to get done, what you're able to accomplish. Now, if, however, you choose to give rein to your tendencies for hyperanalysis and over-criticism, you might really end up frozen or immobile. So later in the day, remind yourself to speak very precisely. And if you find yourself in doubt of what it is that you need to express, or the way that you might wish to express it, remind yourself that it's okay to wait a few days. Mercury is still in retrograde until Friday, so it's okay. It's okay to wait. On Thursday, the 14th, that Virgo moon is going to trine Jupiter quincunx. Thank you. Chiron. And then we have a new moon at 8:40 p.m. Again, that's Central Time, when the Virgo moon conjuncts the Virgo sun at 21 degrees. And then later in the evening, just a couple hours later, that moon will exactly square Uranus. Very exciting, isn't it? So that new moon is trining Uranus. And then there's an opposition to Neptune, and also a loose trine to Pluto. So this is 100% a get shit done day, right? Honor yourself as you move through this energy, though, allowing for what might feel like unshroudings or revelations to emerge, right? Those veils may be pulled from your eyes. And remember that a sudden shift in the density of the light and or darkness around you can render you feeling yourself to be blinded almost, right? And so that's okay. That's okay. Be patient with yourself. However, be certain to create kind of a dedication or a devotion to your new stories, to your new routines, to your new habits. Embrace that new information. It will allow you to embrace the shift, right? It will allow you to embrace the change that you are undergoing. And remember that change is 100% your essence, right? That is your nature. So we're not avoiding change. We're embracing it. On Friday, the 15th, that Virgo moon is going to oppose Neptune and trine Pluto. And then at 12:44 p.m. Central Time, the moon moves into Libra. At 3:21 p.m., Mercury moves direct at 8 degrees of Virgo. Hello. And later in the day, that Libra moon will quincunx Saturn, and then the Virgo sun will trine Uranus. So on Friday, mind any obsessive or possessive tendencies that you might have or experience, right? Remember that balance and harmony are always going to be your better guides in the end, right? There is a, let's call it a loose grand earth trine in the sky with the moon and Uranus and Pluto. So shifts of expression might have you speaking or sharing truths from your depths that have perhaps lain buried for years. And again, as we witness those shifts in light, in truth, in revelation, just go gently with yourself and with those you may be revealing either yourself or your truths to, or whose truths you may be witnessing, right, as they too work in this deep revelatory process. Be patient, and remember that you are always able to witness that relationship as primary. In fact, that's your invitation kind of in this current energy cycle right now. So just breathe. Just breathe. On Saturday the 16th, happy birthday to my sister Patty. The Libra moon conjuncts Mars, sextiles Venus, quincunxes Jupiter, and then Venus will quincunx Jupiter as we roll into Sunday. So on Saturday, hello, thank you, we have a day of romance or relationship. Again, right, we're talking about that strong awareness of relationship, the balance between self and other, right? So regardless of as to the nature of the relationships in question, be mindful of your boundaries on Saturday. Do not be tempted or pressured to grow a thing that's not viable, right? Don't put your energy where it isn't going to be valued or valuable. Don't be pushed to make any choices that you're not ready to make. Remember that home, that experience of home, is your space, both literally and figuratively. So spend your time and your energy claiming that space, and then allow it to be widened into who it includes, what it includes in terms of relationship. There we go. on Sunday, the 17th, again, we have that Venus-Jupiter square very early as the day turns. And then the Libra moon will oppose Chiron, quincunx Uranus, and Neptune, and square Pluto before moving into Scorpio right before midnight. So there might be a clarity today that kind of casts a startling light on things, maybe even kind of a harsh self-awareness, or witnessing a truth that you have been overlooking in another, okay? So either way, today is going to bring something home to you that you can no longer ignore. Oh wait, this is not what I'm doing. Hello. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong deck. But I feel like that's important. Where did it go? Okay, hold on. If I can find it, well, it was the Six of Wands, so it's a victory. That's okay. Anyway, let's please get back to this concept. So Sunday the 17th is going to bring something home to you that can no longer be avoided or ignored, right? Something that you can no longer look away from, something that you can't kind of shrug off, right? Here's the key to this revelation. You're going to choose how to respond instead of reacting, right? Breathe no matter what, as long and as well and as deeply as you need to. Your future self is going to thank you for thinking 2 minutes ahead. So really focus on that on Sunday. Just be in awareness that whatever comes, you are prepared. You've got this. But you're going to need to very consciously choose how you're responding to whatever it is that's going to come in for you. All right, let's have some conversation. So on Monday, the 11th of September, we have the 10 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, right? So pages always bring an opportunity. They bring an idea. They bring something into your field. So this is earth energy. So this is a way that you're going to perhaps have an opportunity to witness your abundance or your sense of, let's call it, values and worth really shift and change in light of the life that you're creating, right? 10 of Cups is that emotionally fulfilling big giant life. So this is a day where we're going to get a lot accomplished as much as you want, right before dinner. And so we're going to worry about those energies of amplification and home really being at your disposal, right? You have all the resources. You understand what your big picture is, right? So really focus on the doing early in the day, right? What you can do, how you're going to be able to use your energy and your resources in light of, or perhaps even in service to this bigger picture, and then allow in the evening to expand into your inner world in exactly the same way. Find all of those places in yourself that are open to shifting in terms of value or worth, right? This only supports what you're creating in the real world. So do as much work in your soul as you do in your life, right? On Tuesday, the 12th, we have got the World and the Devil. This is a lovely pairing, in all honesty. So remember, this is a day that we talked about expecting shocks or surprises, and it's your mission to stay grounded, and that the current might get deeper as the day goes. Perhaps we talked about a little bit of unfocusing your eyes. So the World and the Devil are about the end of cycles, right? The world is always about the end of a cycle, and the devil is the way that we choose our 3D life, right? This is our attachments, our addictions, the way we believe our life has to be, the way that we have been told that we're supposed to set up our structure, or the way that we have set up our structure that we believe we have to be fixed to, right? And we talked about this as that day to be riding the currents, right? And keep chanting that merrily, 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 and staying unfocused, right? We're not going to be distracted by our addictions, by the 3D, by what is right in front of us. No, we're really going to be in witness to our overarching cycles, to the umbrella that is the infinite soul of our lives, right? And allow that current to keep us grounded and in motion. We are not fixed, right? The devil is a card of fixed energy, and we are embracing the shift and the change. So just be mindful of the way that you are committing to your own anchors, right? On Wednesday, we've got the High Priestess and Strength. First of all, please look, we have 2 closed eye figures, right? Nobody's looking. We talked about this as a day that we can be really productive as long as we're really just in our highest function, and then not ending up frozen or immobile because of hyperanalysis. No, this is about really trusting your process, trusting your intuitive motion, right? Strength is about really witnessing your own the depth of your work. And the High Priestess says, you know exactly what you're doing. Your intuition is absolutely enough to get you where you need to go. Don't second guess. Trust your process, right? All those demons in your mind, all those little voices, all those little coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? No, we're going to put those away today. And we're just going to do what feels like the right thing to do, and we're not going to analyze it, and we're not going to second guess it, third guess it, come back, double check, check, recheck. No, none of that. Even though we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde, we have to be in our element, right? Whatever your element might be, and make sure that you are precise in your speech. And again, if you feel like you're not getting your point across, it's okay to just give in to silence and wait. On Thursday, we have the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so I did peek at that 6 of Wands when I grabbed the wrong deck earlier. So let's pay a little extra attention to Thursday. So this is that new moon day, right? It's a day to get shit done, which is beautiful, right? But it's also a day to honor yourself as you move through energies, allowing for those unshroudings or revelations, right? So 5 of Cups is, how are you actually moving forward? Or are you stuck looking behind you? Are you looking in the rearview mirror? Are you focused on what hurt you in the past? Are you focused on what you got, what maybe you lost, or a place where you were hurt, where your feelings were hurt, or anything like that, anything bad that happened to you, or something that you had and lost, right? So are you focused on the past, or are you focused on the future? Because there is no victory in the past. The past is gone. The past is the past, right? So if you're unshrouding or having a revelation, the key here is to really witness your new story, your new routine, your new habits. And the way that we move past this wallowing, this circling the drain, as the case may be, is to really focus on what is shifting for us, what is available to us, what our highest capacity is, what is our opportunity for transformation and metamorphosis and change, right? Change is our nature. Change is our nature. There's nothing that we can hold on to. We're always in motion, and simply trying to hold on to a thing absolutely negates your own essence. So you cannot be in motion. You cannot be in change or transformation or growth if you're trying to get back to somewhere. So be mindful of that anyway. On Friday, the 15th, we have the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. So whatever it is that you're holding on to, you're going to have to let go of. Absolutely. This is untenable situations. This is necessitated release of something. 4 of Pentacles, whatever it is you're holding on to, right? So again, we talked about this as a day to mind any obsessive or possessive tendencies, remembering that balance and harmony always win out in the end, right? Mercury goes direct on Friday. And so we're really witnessing our shifts of expression that really might find a revelation, right? All of a sudden, up from our own depths might come this belief, might come this expression that we've been sitting on, buried for years. We might have had it in our pocket, right? Just not willing to pull it out and look at it and give it light for years and years and years. But it's going to come up this week, whatever it is. It's coming up, and it's coming up from way down deep. So be gentle. Be very gentle, because this could be your revelation. It could be someone else's revelation that involves you or that you are on the other end of. Be gentle, right? Everybody is moving through this energy. Everybody is being shocked at their own depths right now. The quicker we are to let go, the quicker we are to unburden ourselves, the better off we all shall be as we move along, right? That's what growth is all about. We've got the Star and the Chariot on Saturday. This is beautiful, right? We talked about this as that day of relationship. Really, however, being mindful of your boundaries and really avoiding the invitation, no matter how great it looks, if it doesn't feel great, right? If we're asked to invest in something that we don't believe is viable, no, the answer is no, regardless of the relationship. If the choice feels pushed or pressured, the answer has to be no, right? Anybody who's not willing to wait for you to make a choice and consult your own inner guidance is not making an offer that is in your highest or best. So this is about hope. This is about optimism. This is about wish fulfillment. And this is about how we walk the balance between them, right? This is love and logic, head and heart. So you have to be willing to claim your space of home from your depths. That is the place where the cosmos can bless you. Until you're willing to do that, you absolutely can't be that center, right? So make sure that your logic skills are honed, but also your heart. Make sure that your head is engaged, but also your sense of love and home, right? That's how you create minding both. It has to feel great before you can make a plan. Yeah. On Sunday, again, we've got the wheel and we've got the star again for a second time, right? So we talked about Sunday perhaps having a startling clarity, right? Perhaps even a harsh sense of awareness or witnessing something that we've been avoiding. Either way, really bringing something to us that can't be looked away from. And we mentioned this as giving ourselves time to breathe so that we can choose a response instead of being at the mercy of our own reactivity. Okay, so the wheel is all about process, right? How we move in cycles, how we move through the world as shift and change, right? This is the theme of our week. And so if we have the star here, trust the process, right? This is the process that you initiated. This is the movement that you have called into being. This is your wheel. Your options are to position yourself out at the edge of the wheel and be moved by the motion, the ever-present motion of the cosmos, right? Or to center yourself and witness what's happening and choose your avenue, right? So if you're the spoke of the wheel, you're going to kind of get a little seasick because you're going down and up and down and up and down and up, and that's life. But you also have the choice of being the center, right? Being the focal point, being the space around which things move, right? That calm center amid chaos, right? You get to choose. You get to choose. Be that person that your future self will thank you for. To save everything, we need everyone. Do not avoid your work. right? We as the world need you, just like you need us. You know, no one is an island. We like to think that we are, but we are not, right? We are a collective, even if we're only one person. And as this week we move through our true awareness of self and other and how those intersect, right? This week ends, the very final aspect of this week is that the moon moves into Scorpio. That's about union, right? So this is a shift toward deeper union this whole week. And so we end with this oracle card, soul retrieval, right? So let's have this conversation, because look, this is that beautiful, you know, this is that time of the monarchs coming out of their beautiful chrysalis anyway. So let's see what this says. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey, to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, to the divine. And when we return to Eden, we are whole again. You're no longer fragmented. You're one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. If you're still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Wow, I sure like that. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to paradise. When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this happened. Vow to never compromise your integrity again. What you have agreed to in the name of love that you know, what have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right this instant, right? So we talked about all of those things in fragments over each day of this week. So here's the deal. You are transforming, right? It is your very nature to be in transformation. Your nature, your essence is shift and change, right? This green goo phase, it might be scary, but guess what? So is being stuck. So is believing that you're fixed, right? Because that prevents you from moving anywhere. Don't end up frozen. Don't end up immobile. And don't be so freaked out by your own possession or obsession tendencies that you're not willing to look at the truth of a situation, right? Mind your boundaries. And remember that you always have the choice to choose your response. That's why we do the work. That's why we do the work, right? So that we're not at the mercy of our reaction, and that every time we grow, every time we evolve, every time we widen our wings, we are moving into something more and more beautiful, more deep with ourselves, right? So we are embracing the change this week, guys, right? Because the change is you. So thanks for listening. Hit that subscribe button so you can come back and see me. Check out some of my pick a card readings and be blessed, right?